Hello, it's Hande Begüm Bumin Doyduk. Welcome to Writing Professional Reports, Part 5. In this part, we're going to be seeing the composing part of writing a report. In composing, the choice of proper degree of formality is very important. Longer reports, especially those dealing with controversial or complex information, are traditionally written using a more formal tone. You will also write more formally when you report than when this report is to be sent to other parts of the organization or to customers or suppliers. Communicating with people in other cultures is also requires more formality. The reason why is the things you do to make a document informal, such as using humor, idiomatic language, they are the hardest things to transfer from culture to culture. Reducing formality in these cases increases the risk of offending people and causing miscommunication. So for cross-cultural communication, more formality is the best choice. For informal reports like brief memo or letter reports, a personal style using I or you as the pronouns can be used. You achieve a formal tone using the impersonal style, eliminating all references to I or you. The style is borrowed from journalism, which doesn't lead to overuse of phrases such as there is, it is, which are both dull and worthy. Also, avoiding personal pronunciations makes it easier to slip into passive voice, which can be dull and worthy again. So we should be considering these things when we are writing a report, who our audience is and what is our purpose. Also, establishing a time perspective is very important. Be consistent in the verb tense be used in the report, so you should be keeping on with that tense. Follow a proper chronological sequence in your report so that the audience would understand it better, and help readers find their way through tools. Like there are 5 tools that can be used for readers to follow the overall structure of the report: the opening, headings and the list, smooth transitions from one part to another, previews and reviews, and the ending part. The opening part, the first section of the report, it introduces the subject of the report. It signifies the important, why this report is important, and previews the main ideas. Headings and list. Heading is a brief title at the start of a subdivision with a report. It gives the essence of the report, and headings of the same level should be phased in a parallel form so that the audience can comprehend it easily. Headings help readers follow the main points of the report, but when it's carefully developed, it also can do more. By capturing the interest, they make readers want to read the entire report, not the executive summary only. By showing how your document is organized, they save readers time. By labeling the parts of the document, they help readers find the most important and most relevant parts. And also, headings help you organize the way you write. Each heading offers you an opportunity to make an important point. Transitions. Transitions, there are words and phrases joining ideas within a report. List of transitions frequently to move readers smoothly between sentences, paragraphs, and different parts. For additional detail, we use transition verbs such as moreover, furthermore, in addition, besides, first, second, third, finally. For causal relationships, we use transition verbs such as therefore, because, accordingly, thus, consequently, hence, as a result, so. For comparison, similarly, here again, likewise, in comparison, still are used. For contrasting, yet, conversely, whereas, nevertheless, on the other hand, however, but, nonetheless are used. For conditions, although, when, if. For illustrations, for example, in particular, in case, for instance. Intensification, indeed, in fact, in any event. For repetition, that is, in other words. For summary, in brief, in short, to sum up. For time sequence, formerly, after, when, meanwhile, and sometimes can be used. When we look at the parts of the report, we can see that we can again classify them in three parts. In the opening part, we have the cover, the title page, letter of authorization, letter of transmittal, table of contents, list of illustrations, synopsis or executive summary. In the text part, it's the introduction part, then comes the body part, summary, conclusion, recommendation, and notes if necessary. The additional part is made up of index, bibliography, and appendices. If we look at them in detail, the cover usually made up of heavier paper and imprinted with the company's name or logo. The title page shows the title of the report, the name, title, and address of whom has authorized the report, the name, title, and address of whom has prepared the report, and the date of report submission. Letter of authorization is a document requesting that the report to be prepared. Letter of transmittal or preface conveys the report to the audience, less formal than the rest of the reports, used to make certain comments to a specific audience, so it is included in some reports and for the rest it's not included. Table of contents outlines the text and list openings and additional parts, and the list of illustrations are in the opening part of a report. The last part of the opening is synopsis or executive summary. Synopsis is a brief examination of the most important points of the report. An informative synopsis, when the report approach is direct. We have seen in the previous part that the approach could be direct or indirect, depending on the skepticism of the audience of the report. When the report of approach is direct, an informative synopsis summarizes the main points, while a descriptive synopsis for indirect approach states what the report is about. Synopsis is a written table of contents that outlines the main points. However, the executive summary is a fully developed mini version of the report. Then we are moving on with the text part. The first part in the text is the introduction. It links the report to a problem or an assignment, states the purpose, shows the organization, and establishes the tone of the report. The body part consists of major chapters presenting, analyzing, and interpreting the information. Then comes summary, which is the paraphrased findings of the report. And conclusion analyzes the meaning in the findings, and recommendations are the options about the actions that should be taken based on the conclusions made. The additional parts, appendix is one of the additional parts, contains materials related to the report but not included in the text as they are lengthy, like the sample questionnaires used for the primary research, statistical formulas, glossaries, and etc. Bibliography is the list of secondary sources used for in this report, and index is the alphabetical list of names, places, and subjects mentioned in the report. So when we summarize all the parts, all the 10 parts of this prefatory parts of a formal report, depending on readers' preference and familiarity, formal reports may include as many as 9 of the 10 possible prefatory parts. The cover includes at least the report's title and maybe the writer's name and submission date. The title flies a blank sheet of paper that adds to a touch of formality. Title page includes the report title, the name, title and address of the person or group that authorized the requested report, the name, title and address of the person or group that prepared the report, and the date of submission. The letter of authorization or memo is the document requesting a report to be written. The letter of acceptance acknowledges the assignment and is rarely included in reports. The letter of transmittal conveys the report to the audience and may appear only in a selected copies of the reports. The table of contents lists the report's heading in outline form with the page numbers. The list of illustrations gives the titles and page numbers of the visual aids. A synopsis or an abstract is a brief 1 page or less than 1 page review of the report's most important points. The executive summary is a fully developed mini version of the report that may contain headings and even visual aids. The executive summary would replace the synopsis since both components would never be included in the same report. So either synopsis or executive summary is present in reports. In the next part, we will see the revising part of the report writing, the proofreads and how to revise the document, revise the report. Thank you for your participation.